Hey gardeners! So for today's video I'm going to be telling you guys a little bit more about Banba, my veiled chameleon, and this is him right here. So you guys voted for him, and I do want to mention that if you want to continue voting on my Instagram, I will be giving you guys options every single week between two animals, and you vote for the animal that you want to see featured and I will choose the winner animal. So this week Banba was the winner, and we're going to go into how I got him, where I got him from, all the details about his lovely personality and his enclosure. So I have had Banba, it's going to be 3 years this April. I was actually very nervous to get a chameleon because I had heard that they're just so delicate and fragile, so I did a lot of research before getting Banba. I wanted to make sure that I was completely comfortable with getting a chameleon before I got mine, so that's exactly what I did. My boyfriend has always wanted a chameleon, so we ended up getting one, but of course, I was the one that had to do all the research and make sure that I could take care of it because I'm the one that takes care of all of these amazing animals here. So we actually got Banba from Curious Creatures, which is a reptile shop in Chicago. I absolutely love that place, and if you're looking for any type of animal or you're local, you should definitely check out that shop because I get all my feeders from there. I love the people that work there. It's family owned and they're just amazing people and very knowledgeable, and they produce amazing animals that are very healthy. So when I brought Banba home, he was a tiny little squirt, and it was so funny because when I look at old pictures of him when he was a baby, his little crown was just super tiny and it just looks like some awkward buzz cut. He looks like it was an embarrassing old picture from high school or something where you just have a bad haircut, and that was just him when he was a little baby. So it's really funny, but he was absolutely adorable. We just fell in love with him immediately. And he grew so fast. Within the first 3 months, he was pretty much full grown. It just happened so fast. He loved eating. And that was a great quality to have because he was nice and healthy and he was able to hand feed, and that is how I tamed him down. A lot of people are very confused on how I'm able to handle my veiled chameleon because they are known to have a lot of attitude. So what I would do when I would hand feed is I would put the cricket all the way back on my arm and hold it by the butt so he could still see the little legs moving. He would see the movement, but he would have to climb out onto my arm to be able to fully reach getting that bug with his tongue. And then usually by the time he was already out on my arm, he's completely fine. He's still the same way now. He can be a little bit fussy when coming out. He has his days that he really wants to come out and other days he just wants to be left alone. But usually once he's out of his enclosure, I just become his tree and he chills out just like this. But, he can still have his grumpy days. He actually did hiss at me when he came out today, and he actually wanted to come out today, so you never know with these guys. But just gotta be respectful of them and learn their body language and do what they want to do. And just, are you pissed at me? And now he's being angry at me right now, as you can see. What? Banba? So yeah, that's a veiled chameleon for you guys, just hissing and being very upset. But he normally doesn't do that. He's normally very chill, so I'm actually surprised with you right now. Some of Banba's favorite foods include hornworms and waxworms. He absolutely loves his waxworms, so I kind of have to put a couple waxworms in every so often just to make sure he's eating other insects as well. I just put them on top of these other insects, and then he ends up scooping all of them together anyway. I do the same exact thing with the vegetables and leafy greens as well. I put them at the bottom and then the insects on top, and then he ends up eating all of it. So those are just a couple of my little chameleon tricks that I've learned along the way with this guy. But yeah, he's a very healthy chameleon. He's very sweet. He has his grumpy moments, but every animal does. So yeah, that's pretty much Banba. I mean, he just does what he wants. And he's very clumsy. I never thought that chameleons would be very clumsy because they're literally built to be able to climb trees and be arboreal. However, this guy is the derpiest little thing. I don't know how they survive in the wild because he literally will grab onto branches that are so not stable. He does it anyway, and I just see him fall all the time. He's just ridiculous. I check on him, he's fine every single time, but he just makes some bad choices when it comes to climbing. But what are you gonna do? So yeah, that's Banba. I mean, I don't know what else to say. He can be grumpy sometimes. He's very sweet most of the time. He loves his food. He loves chilling out. I'm gonna add some clips of Banba as he was growing up, and you guys can see the very first time that he ate with me when he was so tiny. I'm so happy I still have this video. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoy the video. I hope that you enjoyed hearing a little bit more about Banba, and thank you so much for watching. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys Banba's enclosure. And this right here is Banba's enclosure. I believe it's like a 4 foot tall, back 2 feet, and it's 2 feet wide. So he definitely has a lot of space. I'm actually hoping to redo this enclosure pretty much like entirely this summer. I want to add live plants, even though I'm sure he's going to ruin them. But I just want to add more foliage and just more things in here for him. He loves to be right on this stick over here. He basks on this. That's his warm spot. And then his little feeding dish is right in there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, that's Banba. I'm going to go ahead and put him back because he's being feisty today. He always tries to grab onto that branch and like falls, which is ridiculous. But yeah, that's him.